I know that you could have done anything else with your Saturday afternoon, but you decided that this would be a good idea. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And may God honor you right back. Thank you. So the chapter that I'm reading is Sister Lizzie, or Sister Lizzie, as we all called her. Sister Lizzie is my mom. That's what everyone called her. Even my sister and I called her Sister Lizzie. So here goes. I feel like I'm forgetting my mom. Her smile, the way my name sounded when she said it, how her eyes lit up when she was happy. I struggle to remember these things, and I get upset with myself, because how dare I forget this woman who is everything to me. When someone dies, you think, I'll never forget this person. In the beginning, you think about them every day. There's no day that will pass without you remembering them. You might not have them physically with you, but the emotional ties remain fresh because they were a constant part of your life for so long. Then after a while, you find yourself going through days when you're not thinking about them. You feel bad and you wonder, am I letting this person down? You berate yourself because you believe you should not forget so-and-so experience or so-and-so memory. Is this what moving on means? When my mom was ill, in the last few days before her death, I brought my son to see her. She lay on the hospital bed, unable to hold her grandchild. I must carry my child. I must take care of him. I'm not going to die. She said this in Orobo. This gave me a lot of comfort because I believed she had something she was holding on to that would keep her here. We called my mom Sister Lizzie because growing up, that was what we heard her called. She was the first child in a polygamous family. Her father had 5 wives. So everyone, her sisters, those whom she was older than by a few years, and those who were just a few years older than my sister and I, her cousins, her family friends, all called her Sister or Sister Lizzie, short for Elizabeth. I look like her, while my sister Onome looks like her father. And no matter what we called Sister Lizzie, there was no doubt that she was our mother. She did everything for us. My mom was very big on family. Hers was always visiting. Her brother even lived with us at some point. She also took us to the village very often, either to spend holidays or to visit her parents. She was an exemplary daughter, obedient and hardworking. Despite being a teacher and living on a teacher's salary, she helped others out as much as she was able to. She always put us and our needs first. Sister Lizzie was born and raised in Sapele, where my granddad was the first agent of Suzuki, selling their motorcycles and spare parts, and my grandma had a thriving Gari business. After secondary school, it was agreed that she would go to university. It was around that time that she met my father, Matthew Uke. Theirs was a love straight out of romance novels. Even though she did not talk to us much about her life with my father, my aunties told stories of how fierce and passionate their love was. It was in everyone's faces. There was no hiding it. They were regularly seen in each other's companies, out for a drink, or on their way to watch a film at the cinema. They called each other mine. My father had completed secondary school in Mosuga and moved to Sapele to stay with his friends, pending when he left for university. They wanted to get married and nothing could dissuade them. Not how young they were or the fact that they would be apart for long periods once they started school. A compromise was reached. My mom's parents agreed to a small traditional ceremony with the understanding that once they were done with school, they would have the bigger celebration and Christian ceremony. My dad went off to University of Calabar and they got an apartment in Benin, spending holidays together. My mom worked as a secretary with my uncle, Sekondi, my dad's uncle. She was working there when she had Onome. She got pregnant again soon after, and less than 2 years later, she had me. Furthering her education was still on the table when she gained admission to study education at the College of Education in Ikere, Ekiti. She accepted it. She dropped Onome and me off with our grandmother in Sapele and went to school. During holidays, she would come and pick us up, and we would have a short time together as a family before they had to leave again. This was the situation for a couple of years until my dad met someone else. Their marriage was good. They were good together. My mom would say, me and your father never quarreled or kept malice. Our words were, I'm sorry. We didn't carry grudges. Maybe it was distance, but by the time my dad finished school and returned to Benin, it was clear that this other woman had a hold on him. The final straw was one day when my mom returned home, and my dad tried to stop her from entering the house because the other woman was around. There and then, my mom decided to let go. She believed if it was hers, it would come back. Here she was, mid-20s, with 2 little girls to care for. I do not think she knew exactly what lay ahead of her, but she was ready for the unknown. She was devastated at the breakup of her marriage. She had thought she was leaving her forever after a lifetime of happiness. My father suggested she leave us with either one of our grandmothers, but she refused and moved us into a face me, I face you. The rooms in the building faced each other across a narrow passage at the end of which was a common kitchen. The bathroom and toilet were shared by several families. All our worldly possessions amounted to what could fit into that one room. A bed which we shared, a chair and table, and boxes for our clothes. But my mom filled it with so much love that we never felt like we needed anything else. We did everything together. Sister Lizzie did not have room in her life for anyone but us, work and family. She became a staunch member of the Christian Union and joined the choir. She was a good-looking woman, prudent and with a strength of character, what one would refer to these days as wife material. Yet, she never remarried. There are some people that can only love once in a lifetime. My mom was one of them. She now poured all her love into us, and when we were older, would often say, I couldn't imagine being with a man who might not love my children. I wish she had met someone else. I wish she had let herself love again. I wish she had not spent her life pining for a man who had moved on. Sister Lizzie got a job in a public primary school in Benin. Every day she would drop me off at her cousin's house while she and Onome went to school. She taught in an afternoon school, so they would not return till evening. I was 4 years old and too young for primary school. There was no money to enroll me in a private nursery school. Even though Uncle Isaac and his family were the sweetest people and were incredibly nice to me, I was having none of it. I would cry from when I was dropped off until when she returned to pick me up in the afternoon. I just wanted to go to school. I wanted to put on the school uniform like the other kids, carry a school bag, and hop on an overcrowded bus. I joined the primary 1 class at my mom's school after she realized the daily crying was not going to stop. Unknown to me, she begged the school headmaster to just give me a seat in the classroom. My name was not put on the register. Some of my classmates were as old as 8. I remember one of the boys who could put a whole cabin biscuit in his mouth at once. I thought it was incredible. I needed at least 8 bites to finish 1 biscuit. My being undocumented did not make a difference to my participation in class. I did all the subjects and took tests. When the time for exams came, I wrote it as well, and I aced it, coming at the top of my class. The headmaster had no choice but to enroll me after that. Putting me 2 years ahead of my age mates, a 2-year gap I maintained all through my education. In 1983, after about a year in public service, heaven smiled on us and my mom got a job in Delta Steel Company. DSC was a big deal back then. It was the oil company of the 80s. She was already making plans to move us to a flat in Benin when the appointment letter came. My mom was going to be a teacher at one of the primary schools. This is really emotional for me, I'm sorry. I'll stop. You guys will read the book. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Thank you.
If the writer of the book can get this emotional, you readers, be ready to cry, yo.